Hello, hello, hello. I'm making sure this is working. Hi, everyone. I hope you can see me. Um, Welcome to my backyard, my very, very favorite place in the whole world. And I wish you were here in person, but I'm just going to pretend that we're all together and that you're definitely here with me and that we can have our coffee together because we love each other. So, anyway, I'm glad you're here. I can't this is my first one when I'm actually got you guys. Oh, let me just see. It says only for supporters. Just a minute. I'm learning. Yes, enable. There we go. Hi. I've been so excited about what joy and happy is going to mean to all of us, and but I just have to do a bunch of adjusting first. Ah, do you guys? You there? You go. Pushing the button. Okay. Oh, that's not good. Okay, just a second. This is exactly why. Oh, okay. I was gonna try and put it on so that I could watch your questions as we were going. So just give me a second. Stream one, and I'm just gonna turn the volume off of my iPad because it echoes like crazy. There we go. Okay, so I don't know if you have a place where you can add questions, but anyway, here we are. So this is just for a few of you. So I just have a few of your questions, but I want to just practice this for the next few days. And I want us to really be super strategic in finding joy like we never had before. So I do have your questions and I do want to start. It was fun for me to get your intakes and see what you're most interested in. And only I had 4 or 5 categories that you could choose, and you all chose 2. You all did only 2 of them. So that was interesting to me. I thought, oh, you guys all want the same stuff. You all want the same stuff. And maybe I'll just reveal that to you right now. You guys are most interested in, because there's so many of you right this second, you're most interested in, this is so fun. I wish you could see this from this angle because I've got my iPad, my phone, and my computer so that I'm learning all my stuff. Most of you want to know practical things, how to increase your happiness. Good idea. And the other thing is what's on my mind today, what's on my personal journey. So we are definitely going to do both of these. Just so you know, this is going to be half an hour for those. So if you can stay for the whole half hour, I would love that because then we can just have coffee together for half an hour. But in the meantime, and we're going to do this every day for the next 3 days just to get the ball rolling and get me comfortable with this with my very, very best friends that don't care about how professional this looks. Not that I actually even want to care about how professional this is. I just want to have fun with you guys. And I want this to be super exclusive because, like, for instance, what you're seeing right now, my backyard, I've literally never put this on social media because I don't know. It's really personal to me. It's super intimate. It's my most private place in the world is my backyard. I'm going to cry a little. So inviting people into this is really important. This is inviting you into my heart, into my special place. And so I know that God's going to bring the people that are supposed to be here, that we take this journey into, I'm going to call it the land of joy. So I decided that when it comes to live streams, I'm not going to prepare that much as just getting up in the morning and doing my normal thing in the morning, which some of you have asked about what my morning routine is. But I've decided that I'm not going to prepare like a message. I just want to get up in the morning and say, Jesus, what is it for today? What is the most important thing? Because every day is new and every day has a very fresh message. And so I actually believe that if you're hearing the sound of my voice, whether it's in real time or it's years later, there is a divine appointment for why you're watching this. I am completely convinced that these happenings are never coincidence, but there is something in your heart that is saying yes to joy, yes to different levels of joy like you've never had before, and intimacy where we get to be really close friends. And that's what a club is, like we're super close friends. And so as I got up this morning, I said, okay, like what's for today? And of course, I'm going to get through those questions. But it just came up as a word for the day. And I love it when it's just one word because then we can bring so much emphasis and then you'll remember it I could say a million words and you won't remember any of them, but if I just say one word a million times, you will remember that word. So we're going to go with one word today, and that word is the word enter. And it's really an important word because, you know, every single person in the world has an invitation to enter into a lot of cool things, a lot of amazing promises, and a lot of good, wonderful dreams come true, dreams realizing. Oh, do you love our birds? I have so many birds in my yard. But anyway, we're all, every person is invited, but not everyone enters. Do you know what I'm saying? Like if there is a bunch of doors in front of you and you're saying you can enter into any of them, most people, there might be like, and let's say if these doors just have like a word like joy, peace, like all the promises, hope, answered prayer, all these things right in front of you, and they're all there. But imagine if you just need to enter and you don't actually enter into it. One that I really love recently is rest. And I love the Passion Translation of the Bible where it says faith rest. Enter into faith rest. Enter into it. It's there if you want it. So the very fact that you are listening to this and that we're here together, this very intimate coffee time, is that I know you're ready, or else you wouldn't be here. You're ready to enter into, are you ready for it? This is my drum roll. Ready for it? Into a land of joy. I love lands because they're very visual. So instead of just entering into a word called joy or a concept called joy, I would love this for you to be willing and ready and do some stuff today that is going to be very practical to enter into this land called joy. So if you so double dog dare, if you dare to do this with me, we're going to do this. We're going to enter into a land called joy. And as I said, I already know you're ready for it, or else you wouldn't be hearing this. You would not be hearing the sound of my voice on this platform in my backyard if you were not ready for entering into this land of joy. Oh, let me just see. Some of you are saying something. Hi, beautiful Audrey. Oh my gosh, you are here. I was just hoping you were all here. I was hoping some people were here. I was doing this by faith. I knew Natasha from Germany was here because she has been texting me this morning. Hi, everyone. Now I can see that who's actually there. I love you. I love you. I love you. Okay, so we're going to enter into this land of joy. So we're going to talk about the practical ways to do it. So now, and they actually apply to some of the questions that you've been asking. So let me just open up my computer and answer these questions. But if you're ready to enter into the land, just do something physical. Go like this. Even though I can't, just do it. Yep, I'm ready to enter into this land. Let's do this first. Let's actually close our eyes and imagine the land of joy. So just close your eyes for a second and say, oh, this is an invisible land because I live here on earth, but this is a different land. This is joy. This is something that looks like, this is really beautiful. Close your eyes and start imagining, what does joy look like for you? Maybe it has a sign, a great big sign. Like I was just imagining like the Disneyland sign, but it's just like joy sign. Like imagine, like put some detail into your imagination when it comes into entering into the land of joy. The more imagination and details that you put to this land, the more real it will be. The only way we can make things real is by using what God's given us. And the resource of our imagination and our mind is extremely powerful because when we imagine things, they immediately become real. And we have that challenge, don't we, that we live on this earth, but we live in those overlapping realities of here's earth and here's heaven. We're living both all the time. It's like the visible world that you can touch. And then there's the invisible world where it's invisible, obviously. And so what we're going to do is we're going to say, yes, I can obviously see what's going on in my visible world. I see what room I'm in right now and the chair I'm on, but I want to close my eyes and see what's going on up here. And I want to develop and invest in this invisible world where all of a sudden joy becomes real to me. Because I can't walk into your life and change all your circumstances. And I can't walk into your life and make your dreams come true physically or make the people around you way more behaved or more nice to you and all that stuff. No one can do that for you, but you are so empowered to move from the earth to the invisible to the heaven and start doing life here. At the same time, you have to keep doing life here. I get that. We all do. But the more we invest in this, I said develop, I use that word, develop this and invest in this, the more real it becomes. And the more you start to have feelings and your realities become more heavenly, like you become living more heaven on earth. This is exciting. That's because no one is exempt, no one's disqualified, and there's no reasons why you can't. You absolutely have everything it takes. Even if you say, "Oh, Audrey, I don't have an imagination," well, you do, because everyone does. And we can develop that too. I'm not scared about that. I think that I am completely convinced that you're ready for this. Yes. So that's my word for the day. Enter. Enter. Are you willing to enter? And so the first thing you do when you're willing to enter is use your actual outside voice to make sort of like that decree or that declaration that says, I am entering into the land of rest right now. This is my decision. This is the date in the calendar on earth, but in the heaven, I see the sign, I'm going in there, and I'm going into this new land of joy. And so, what I'm going to go to the questions. My computer always shuts down, and I got to wait for it to open. Okay. So now, Joyland. Yay! Thank you, Key. I love being with you. Okay, so we're going to call this Joyland, apparently, because we're all doing this together. That's what clubs do. We do stuff together, right? We do stupid stuff together, and we're going to do fun stuff together. But one of my intakes says this. What is the number one thing I can do to wake up happy? Okay, this is such a good question. And because it's kind of extreme, like what's the one thing I can do? Because I am super interested in waking up happy. Well, you've already done the most important thing, and that's desire. Desire is so powerful, you guys. Our desires are crazy powerful. So your number one, this question is coming from someone who desires to wake up happy. Well, that's step number one. Just decide, I want to wake up happy. I want to wake up happy. Well, that's a great, powerful thing to start with. I want to wake up happy. And now we're actually going to do this in a practical way. I wish more people would ask this question. They just get mad that they're not waking up happy, and they're getting frustrated that other people seem happier than them, but they never just actually say to their own selves, they say, self, I want to wake up happy. Okay, well then we'll do something about it. We can talk to ourselves, to our heart, to God, and God is in agreement with this, that we can wake up happy. Okay, so this is what we're going to do. First, we all want to, all in agreement, we all want to wake up happy. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to do two things at the same time. We're going to practice. Everyone has to get good at something, you practice, right? Whatever you're good at, I don't know what you're good at, but whatever you're good at, you practice to get good at, unless you're naturally good at it. But for instance, piano, I learned piano as a little girl. I practiced a lot because I loved it. Did I practice because someone told me to? Sometimes, but mostly the only reason I learned how to play piano as a little kid is because I loved it. And I think that is so key. I had a desire. I wasn't forced or made to learn piano. I loved it. So I developed the skill. So if you are interested in developing the skill of waking up happy, you have to practice. So we're going to practice tomorrow morning right now. We're going to rehearse our morning tomorrow. So we're going to wake up tomorrow, those first thoughts, and we're making a very strong intention that tomorrow when I wake up, my mind first starts like sending signals that I'm consciously awake, I am going to either have something reminder right beside your bed ready, or something to remember. This is going to be a new day like I've never had before. Tomorrow's going to be a new day like you've never had before, because you're practicing it now. Have you ever done this before? Have you ever practiced waking up before? You're going to practice waking up tomorrow. So we're going to practice waking up, and we're all going to use our imagination and practice this together. We're not all sleeping together, people, but we're all practicing waking up together. Okay, so let's do this by closing our eyes, because obviously we're asleep. I close my eyes when I sleep. Pretty sure you close your eyes when you sleep. Okay, so we're going to close our eyes when we sleep. And then, okay. Okay, so what I want you to do, so what I want you to do, I'm going to do it too, is we're going to close our eyes and go to your bed where we're going to time travel. So time travel over to tomorrow morning. So we've time traveled. We're in our beds. You remember what you're wearing tomorrow morning when you wake up, or imagine what you'll be wearing tomorrow morning when you wake up. Maybe it's nothing, maybe it's a lot. I don't know what you sleep in, but anyway, you're waking up and there's your pillow, there's your blanket. You're waking up. Okay, now close your eyes. And now the first thing your thoughts are going to have is, I am going to be more nice to myself than I ever have before. So this is my intention. I'm going to be so nice to myself. How do I wake up? The one thing I do to wake up happy is be super nice to myself. Because when you're nice and kind and loving and thoughtful to yourself, you're in agreement with God and his voice and the way he wants to wake you up in the morning. So as your eyes are closed, I'm just going to talk to you, okay? And just as you're first waking up, you're practicing saying, I'm alive, and I eat, breathe, and I live in this new land of joy. So immediately when I wake up, I'm alive, and I'm in this land of joy. I'm remembering I live in this joy-filled life, in Joyland. And I have made a decree, and it is already established, that I'm full of hope here. And I've got so much to give today. I'm going to sing today because I'm happy. I'm going to sing because I'm free. And I'm just even thinking about how if God takes care of the little sparrow, I'm just listening to the birds right now. Those little birds that are singing to all of us right now. Wow, lots of them. This feels like Disneyland over here. I think Joyland is actually happening in my backyard as we're talking about this, because all the birds are singing. But if God's eye is on every one of those birds, if he cares for them, what is that song? I sing because I'm happy. If his eye is on the sparrow, I know he watches me. So Jesus, so today as I'm waking up, I'm in the land of joy. I see Joyland, and I'm going to be so nice to myself, and I'm going to sing because I'm free, because God's eye is on me. His focus and attention is going to care for me even more than that little sparrow, and I'm going to trust him today. That's it. That is setting the trajectory for your day tomorrow. I mean, I know I'm just focusing on this one thing. I'm entering into Joyland. You guys are getting visuals of what Joyland looks like. Like, really go there. Make Joyland really detailed. All your favorite things are in Joyland, and this is where God's promises are real and you live them out. There's one thing I know for sure that's in Joyland, and it's a lot of hope. There's a lot of hope in Joyland. I don't know how you have hope, but the other thing that's in Joyland, I told this story to my friend Natasha yesterday. She's in Germany. Hi, Natasha. My daughter Janelle, when she was going through a hard time, we were doing this visual, we were doing this amazing thing with Jesus in our imagination, but she saw a big basket full of fruit with a big bow on it. And this big basket of fruit was called Nothing's Wrong. Can you imagine in Joyland that there's these baskets of fruit everywhere you go? Or maybe you're just carrying a basket around in Joyland with this basket of nothing's wrong fruit. And whenever something wants to come at you during your earth part of your day, and something seems a little bit doubtful or worriedful, or not that worriedful is a word, but you know what I mean? Like something comes at you, a thought that's fear-based, basically, that, this is going to happen. Your baskets are like, wait a minute, excuse me, I have some fruit to eat. And then you just take a luscious bite of nothing's wrong and go, you know what? In heaven, there's nothing wrong. In God's heart, there's nothing wrong. And in Joyland, I have access to my nothing's wrong fruit all day long. I'm entering in to Joyland, where I have hope. Hope is something else. I don't know what the visual is for hope right now, but I do see the fruit of nothing's wrong. I want you to make this your own experience. I want you to do you. I'm just telling you these things that I've heard from others and that I've experienced myself, just to inspire you, to make you limitless in what Joyland is like. But I want it to be so personal for you. I want it to be all the stuff you love. I want Joyland to be all things beautiful. Let me just see if I'll just look at your comments just because heaven on earth. Oh, just lots of loving. Okay, so if you have questions, you can put that on there too. So I'll keep checking it once in a while. But meanwhile, I'm just like so into you right now that I'm not really looking at your questions. I'm just looking at you. I'm just feeling you with me. So I think you're getting it. Today is the day to enter. So we are rehearsing how we're going to wake up tomorrow. The first thoughts we're having is we're going to be super nice to each other, and that means we're going to be agreement with God says. And then when you first wake up tomorrow morning, oh yeah, this is the day that I wake up. This is the day the Lord has made, and I'm actually going to wake up in Joyland. I see it, and my world opens up to me. And so when thoughts come like, your day is going to be hard, it's a big day, you've got schedules, you've got pressures, this might be overwhelming, or you don't have enough of something, you don't have enough to do today, or you have too much to do, whatever those things are, you can just take that fruit of nothing's wrong and just say, well, up here in Joyland, I have exactly what I need to do, and I have not too much to do, because you can just feel peace is just part of me. Like, I just have peace. You know, peace is pretty much the foundation for joy. I just, as I said, like, I like to say this over and over again, you can't chase happy, but happy does chase you when you just choose, you make these decrees, the established declarations that I live in Joyland. Hi, it's me. I live in Joyland. And apparently, I see the invisible. I'm just choosing to see the invisible. Instead of using my imagination to imagine all the terrible things that are going to happen during my day, or what might happen today that's going to be overwhelming, I am actually using my imagination to live. I can feel myself smiling as I say this, because I think what I love about this is that people can think you're nuts, but you don't care. So, I mean, well, sucks to be you if you're not happy, but this is working for me. You know what I mean? Like, well, maybe if someone says you're living in La La Land, say, wow, La La Land's pretty sweet. Kind of love the sweet and simple life here where I'm not worried about so many things. You know, why are you worried about so many things? Why don't we just relax? And I'm naturally time driven. When I live on earth, I'm very time driven, schedule driven, success driven, all those things. Like, that's my natural makeup. And we're all thankful for our natural makeups, whatever they are. Our natural tendencies and gifts are great. We're thankful for them. We're not mad at them. We just love our natural tendencies. But we're smart enough. See, we're just smart enough to know that we're powerful and that we can choose how we're going to feel within my natural tendencies. So in my natural tendencies to be very success, time, calendar, schedule, focused, see that focus there? In that, I can also live here and even still do the stuff, but feel peace. It's like, yeah, the clock still keeps moving and the time keeps on moving, and there's things on my schedule that I got to do. But, you know, I just have peace. And I'm just thinking of my sweet friend Biddy's, who's watching, who's an empty nester and has the opposite thing. Well, what do you do when you don't have anything to do in the day? Like, what happens? Like, I'm trying to find that self-expression, because happiness does have a lot to do with self-expression, and we all have so much to give to others. But if you don't know where to do that giving, or where to start to do that giving, what happens is when you start living in Joyland really intentionally, I think you can feel, I'm not leaving the subject. I could talk about a million your other questions, but I'm staying here because the first one on my list was what's the number one thing I can do to wake up happy? I'm just living here with you guys because you'll remember this. If I say one thing, as I said, I've never said that before, but today I said it. If I say no, probably 10,000 words in this half hour, you probably won't remember much. But if I say one thing 10,000 times, it's going to stay with you. And I'm speaking it right to your heart. What? It just told me I have less than, see my reading glasses. Okay, it says I have less than 5 minutes. Okay, wow, that went super fast. Okay, so the thing is, I'm going to do this again tomorrow and the next day. So then I can check in with, I hope some of the same ones of you will be here tomorrow so we can see how this went. And this is my week of figuring out, it's my stream number 1. So this, I only, with locals that you joined, I only get 5 live streams a month until I get 50 people, members. Then I can have 10 a month, which will be way more because I want to do this more often, have coffee together. So in the next day or two, if everything's working, then we can start all promoting this. I'll start telling way more people. You can start telling way more people. And as soon as we get 50 people, we can see each other way more often, is what I'm saying. But it's still June. So I have 3 more days in this month. So I want to do this every day just as we practice. So I want to see you today, tomorrow, and the next day. And then Monday. I want to see a lot. Apparently I'm into you. Apparently I'm super interested in having time with you because this is what I'm doing. This is the dream of my heart for you to be here with me. It really is. Because I haven't had enough time with you. And this is going to be way more fun than not having time together. And we will get what we're interested in. And so I'm interested in time with you. So after I was saying all that time-driven thing, this big thing comes up. You got less than 5 minutes. No problem. Peace. We're good. We're joy. I live in Joyland. Hi, it's me. I live in Joyland. And I wake up and I'm so nice to myself. I say nice things to myself like, oh, did you have a good sleep? No, not really. Well, we're still going to have a good day. Okay, that sounds like a good idea. You know, talk to yourself like that in the first words in the morning. To wake up and talk to yourself like that is just the best. Because, you know, I don't know, not very many people have actual other human beings that would be that nice to you in the morning. Hi, did you have a good sleep? Yeah, oh, that's so nice. I'm so happy you had a good sleep. Or, did you have a good sleep? Yeah. No. Well, guess what? We can actually have a great day even with a short amount of sleep. That's our intention. We're deciding that that's what we're doing because then we'll have peace. And peace is way more important than a good sleep. We can rise above and live in joy and peace and live in Joyland because we're kingdom, righteousness, peace, and joy. I'm really interested in the kingdom and doing the kingdom life with you. Heaven on earth. Yeah, so that's the trajectory. I'll see you for the next few days. If someone's watching this way later in the big scheme of things, I'm glad you're watching, and I'm sure much more will be going on by then. But I do believe in that word enter. So just keeping that one word for the day today is enter. I'm going to enter into the land that's in front of me. Everyone's invited. Every single person in this whole wide world is invited to enter into Joyland. And but some will actually go in. Some will actually take the step into Joyland by imagining it and making that decree, today's my day. Today is my day where I am going to not just look at it and wish I was in that. Everyone else seems to be there except me. No, not today. I'm entering in. This is my day. You're super invited. And I believe in you. Like I believe you're going to do this. And then we'll talk on the next live stream and we'll keep doing this together. All right, everyone. I had fun. Hope you had fun. I know you did because that's just what we do in the Happy Club. Thanks for being with me and having coffee with me in my backyard. I love you. I love you. Here's my love. See you next time. Bye.